Hey up everyone, Magpie Gaming here, I hope you're all doing well. So I thought it was about time we had a conversation about Viop coming into Escape From Tarkov. Now for those of you that are new to Escape From Tarkov, of which I will assume there are a fair few since we've just had a wipe and that brings in usually quite a lot of new players, I will give you a little brief history on Viop within Escape From Tarkov because I think a lot of people will have come over to the game and wondered why it isn't already in it. You know, Viop is supported by a lot of games out there. Escape From Tarkov is a game that you would expect it to be in, but it isn't. So I don't think from early development it was ever something that they wanted to put in the game. I think it was just an afterthought, and Nikita, the founder of Escape From Tarkov, doesn't like it. Didn't want it in the game, always said that it wouldn't come into the game because he thought it would break the immersion of the game, but he eventually gave in. Now Escape From Tarkov is modelled in the image of the game that he has in his head, which is great. He's given us a really good game, but it can't just stay in the image that he has. If he wants it to be a popular game, he's got to give in and give the community certain things that they would like. The community has had a big push for Viop to be included in the game. Now I'm not going to say the whole community has. A lot of people don't want it in the game, same as him. A lot of people aren't interested in it, but there are a lot of people out there that are. So it's going to be one of those features that is going to make it into the game. It's going to be included in patch 12.12. We don't have any date for when 12.12 will come out. If I had to take a random guess, obviously it's less than a week and we've had a wipe and that came with a big patch. I think the next big patch we'll be looking at is maybe sometimes towards the end of August. So we've got like 2 months, something like that. There will be intermediate little patches here and there, but I think for the next big patch, 12.12, we're probably looking at 2 months, maybe more. The thing is, a lot of those that work at Battlestate Games are currently working remotely, they're working from home, which makes things a little bit harder. You know, collaborations with other people in the office are a little bit more harder to do over sort of video calls, whether they're using Zoom or Teams or whatever. So I think that will slow down the update coming out. So I'm going to go for like the end of August, maybe a bit longer. But that is when we'll get Viop included into the game. So Nikita says it'll break the immersion of the game, he doesn't want it in the game, and I've been following Escape From Tarkov now for 2.5 years, and I've got to say that when I got into it and started researching it and Viop was mentioned, it was a feature that I had no sort of desire to use. You know, I play a lot of multiplayer games and I never use the voice in any of them. The only time I'll use voice is if I'm gaming with one of my friends and we always go on Discord and do it that way. I never use in-game voice for anything. I always find it fairly toxic. You know, it's maybe not always toxic, but I don't give it, time to settle in. I don't bother with it. I just use Discord, or I don't talk to people at all. I just lone wolf it and do my own thing. So I thought, yeah, I'm with you on this, Nikita, let's not put it in, blah blah blah. But now that they've put the Scav Karma system in, and I've seen how that has changed the perspective of a lot of Scav players, I think something like Viop is very much needed for the game now. When you look at how the Scav Karma system works, and for those of you that don't know how it works, I don't fully understand how it works, so I'm not going to try and explain it to you. But basically by doing good things as a Scav, you will gain reputation. Now OnePegMG, who is a Tarkov streamer and YouTube content creator, he has done an amazing video which sort of details how you level up your Scav Karma to get to the max level, and he gives you details on what kind of rewards that gives you. Because obviously the better Scav you are, the better the rewards are. So I'll put a link in the description, and if I remember I'll post it and I'll pin it as a post in the comment section to his video that tells you all about it if you want to learn about that. But the basics of Scav Karma is that if you're a good Scav, you get good rewards. So how do you go about that? Well, you have to team up with other Scav players and other Scav AI in the game. You have to combat PMCs, you have to combat other Scav players that have a lower reputation. And with that it builds your reputation up. And what I've seen with this over the last week, and in a lot of videos and a lot of streamers have said this, and a lot of other people I know that play the game have said this, there's a lot more banding together with Scav players. You know, they're teaming up, they're doing a little wiggle. Yes, there are still a lot of people out there that will just instantly shoot you, take your gear and carry on. You know, they're not interested in being friends, and there was always little rare occasions before Scav Karma where Scavs would team up. You know, you'd go about your thing, share maybe a little bit of loot, maybe help each other with a quest, and then you go on your merry way. But that is happening a lot more now. There's whole bands of Scavs getting together, they're sharing loot, they're helping each other get through the map, they're hunting PMCs. So it's turning the game into something quite, I wouldn't say fun, but it's an enjoyable experience when you get to team up with somebody and, help each other out. The issue is that you can't really communicate with each other. You know, you're left with just the in-game gestures, which are okay. You can get away with those to a certain degree, but nothing would replace like full-on communication which VoIP would give us. So these people are stuck with the basic commands, and when it comes to leaving each other, you know, you can't even say bye to each other really. You've just got to go your separate ways, because a lot of scavs have different extracts, so you're not all going towards the same extract. So at some point you've got to part ways and do your own thing. So VoIP would massively help in these situations. Now the VoIP that we're going to be getting in the game is proximity one. So once you're within a certain radius of somebody, they will be able to hear you talking. Now for those of you that don't want to use VoIP, you can switch it off. There will be an option just to turn it off and never use it if you don't want to. But I'm hoping that there is an on-the-fly option to turn it off and on while you're in raid so that you can use it if you want to. And these people would be able to hear each other that are banding together. And, you know, it could be, oh look, I need to get to this extract, I'm struggling, or do you have some ammunition, or I've lost my stomach, I need some water, you know, things like that. You're going to be able to generally help, you know, ask for help. I think that's going to be a great thing in the game. But obviously, if you're a PMC and you're trying to do a quest, and say somebody's camping an area that you need to get to, there's a possibility that you could then talk to them and say, look, I've been doing this quest, I'm really struggling, could you help me? I'm not going to say that every person out there is going to be nice to you and help you, because at the end of the day, a kill is a kill and a kill is good XP. But, you know, there are some nice people out there that do genuinely want to help others get along in the game. So having that tool to communicate and say, look, I just need to get in that room, I need to plant my marker, could I do that? You might be able to, you know, you might come across that one good team or squad, or just one good person that decides to let you. You might even be able to team up with them. And the good thing is that for these people that are playing as scavs or even as PMCs, when they band together and it comes to them coming to the end of the raid, they're going to be able to swap details. You know, they're going to be able to say, look, that was a really good raid, this is my username, blah blah blah, add me. You know, they might be able to play again with each other. So I think in terms of being a community feature, I think it's really going to benefit the game. Now I know that Nikita says it's going to break immersion in the game, and like I say, originally I was against VoIP coming into it, completely agreed with Nikita. Now I completely disagree with him. It's not going to break immersion, because immersion in the game is already broken. Immersion is, you know, if he wants to model this game on real world things, in the real world you'd be able to communicate with everybody around you, you'd be able to shout out. In the game you can't. So for VoIP to come in, I think it's going to add to the immersion of the game for those that want to use it, and I think it's going to be a great tool for those that want to use it. I can foresee a lot of people making a lot of new friends. Yeah, like I say, there's going to be those people out there that are interested and they're just going to kill you, but I think it'll make for a better experience in the game. You're going to come across these, you know, quite heartwarming moments where you're able to team up with just a complete random person. They will, you know, you can help each other through the raid, grab a bit of loot along the way. You know, it's, you know, it is what it is. I mean, even if you're two PMCs that have never met before and one dies, you could even maybe hide the gear for the other guy because you've been talking to him. You know, you feel for him, he's been struggling or whatever. So I think it's going to be a great addition to the game. It will be in its first iteration in 12.12. How much they're actually going to work on it is unknown right now, because obviously it's a feature that Nikita has no love for. But if it works well, I think he may eventually change his mind. I mean, it's going to take a lot for us to change his mind, but you're going to see content creators using it. You're going to have the likes of Pestilly, Cotton, Deadly Slob. They're going to use this to make good content, because you're going to have some funny interactions with some people talking to them in the game. And obviously if you're in game and Pestilly's talking to you, of course you're going to band up with this guy. That'd be amazing. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it being put in. My question is, what do you guys think about it? Are you looking forward to VoIP coming? Is it something that you'd maybe consider using and you've not considered using before? Or are you still staunchly against it? Or are you one of these people that simply cannot wait for it? Let me know in the comment section down below. As you say, my personal opinion, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I might not always use it, but I'll probably use it more than what I thought I was originally going to use it, because I think it'd be a great tool for communication, a great tool for making friends, a great tool for, you know, partnering up with other people in the game. I think all round it'll just be a good addition. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and listening. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.